In today's lesson, we are going to explore self-help reading in depth. Many test takers feel frustrated because they try to read every sentence and that makes them run out of time. But self-help is not testing how fast you read. It is testing how well you can find meaning, identify the tone, and select the most accurate interpretation. So I will show you how to break every reading section into a clear strategy with examples you can directly apply. The first one is the test structure and the purpose. This reading test has four sections. The first one is reading correspondence, in which you'll be getting emails, messages. So here, understanding the tone and intention is pretty important. And here comes the second one, apply a diagram, where you'll be getting charts, maps, schedules, and here you need to identify the accuracy in matching the information. And the third one is reading for information. So, which means it's like a factual text or paragraphs. And here, the very important thing is identifying and organizing the key points. The final one is reading viewpoints. That means opinion based text that you'll be getting here. And here you need to understand the arguments and perspectives. Okay, so your goal is not to memorize vocabulary or read quickly. Your goal is to locate information efficiently and choose the answer that best matches meaning, not simply words. Okay, so let's move on to the next section, core reading skills. So there are some four major thinking skills that you need to apply. The first one is purpose recognition. You need to ask yourself, why was this text written? Is the writer requesting something? Or is he informing? Or is he apologizing? Or is he complaining? So try to identify the reason, the purpose why the text was written. And the second one is scanning for keywords. Instead of reading every line, you need to focus on names, dates, places, verbs that show action like request, confirm, decide. So these will guide you to the correct sentence. Okay. And the third one is understanding the tone. Self-help often checks if you can detect politeness, urgency, disagreement, or apology. So tone words matter here. Unfortunately means it's a regret tone, right? As soon as possible, that's an urgency tone. Kindly means it's a polite instruction. So tone matters a lot. The fourth one is paraphrase matching. Self-help rarely repeats exact words. For example, postpone may appear in the answer as delay. Concerned may appear as worried. Okay, so you need to look for meaning match, not word match. Now let's move on to the reading correspondence. So this one is one of the most straightforward yet tricky parts. Here you will read a short email or letter and you need to answer questions like, what does the writer want? What's the tone of the message? What's the relationship between two people? So instead of reading from top to bottom, try to use this smarter strategy. Step one is read first line to understand why the person is writing. And step two, jump to the last two sentences because that's usually where the main request or purpose is, okay? And step three, finally check the middle part only to confirm the details. Now let's move on to an example here. Hi Reena, I hope you're doing well. I reviewed the event plan you shared. The schedule looks organized. However, I noticed that the sound check timings are missing. Could you please include those and send me the updated version? Once I have that, I can finalize the equipment arrangements. Thank you, Sam. So here the question is, what does Sam need before he can finalize the arrangement? And you got the options, the list of event participants, the updated event plan with sound check timings, the final equipment list, the decoration details. And the correct option is option B, the updated event plan with sound check timings. Because That's Sam's main request. Everything else in the message just supports that central idea. Okay? So here is a tip. Remember this. CELPIP loves to hide the key action in polite or indirect phrases like, could you please, or once I have that. So you need to watch out for those simple signals. Okay? Now let's move on to the next task. Apply a diagram. Now, this one looks easy, a simple chart, timetable, or schedule. But that's where people often trip up. Why? Because self-help questions here test your comparison accuracy. Here's the smart way to approach it. The first one is read the question first, so you know what to look for. And the next one is identify only keywords, not full sentences. And the third is find those keywords in the chart or table. And the last one, try to eliminate any option that has even one wrong detail. So here is an example. This one is a bus schedule. Route A1 timing 8:30 a.m. and days or weekdays. Route B4 time is 9:05 a.m. and the days daily. And route C2 time 7:55 a.m. and weekends. Okay, and here is the question. Which bus can be taken every day before 9 a.m.? Options are A1, B4, C2, none of the above. So let's see the correct option. The correct answer is none of the above, because if you see A1, that shows runs only on weekdays, not every day. And C2 runs only on weekends. B4, yes, runs daily but starts after 9 a.m. So CELPIP often creates options that are half right. You must match all the details like time, day, route, extra, not just one. So none of the above is the correct option. Let's move on to the next one, reading for information. This section checks how well you can connect ideas to the right paragraph. Most test takers make a common mistake. They start reading the whole passage from the beginning, so that wastes time. Instead, here is how you do it. Step 1. Read the questions first and try to underline keywords like dates, people, actions. And then the second step is scan the text paragraph by paragraph only to find where that idea appears. And step 3, remember you're looking for a meaning match, not a word match. So here is a text excerpt. The library expanded its services to include online resources such as ebooks and virtual study rooms. Which paragraph mentions the library increasing access through digital tools? And here are the four options, paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's just the text excerpt. And the correct option is paragraph 2, because expanded service to include online services and increasing access through digital tools means the same thing, right? So remember, CELPIP loves to paraphrase ideas. Hence, don't look for identical words. Look for concept twins. And the next one is reading viewpoints. So this is the last part of the reading exam. This is where you read short opinions or arguments from different people about one topic. And your job is not just to understand what they say, but how they feel and why they think that way. So you need to focus on their opinion or position, like support, or they are opposing, or they are neutral, and their reasoning. What reasons do they give? Tone and emotions, whether the tone and emotions are positive, negative, frustrated, or encouraging. Okay, so here is an example. The topic is, should pets be allowed in apartment buildings? So this is viewpoint 1. Sonia, allowing pets in apartment makes buildings friendlier and helps reduce stress among residents. And Mara view is, pets in apartment create noise and hygiene issues, and some residents may have allergies. So which statement best describes Sonia and Mark's opinions? Here are the four options. Both Sonia and Mark support allowing pets. Sonia supports but Mark disagrees with the idea. Sonia disagrees but Mark supports the idea. Both think pets should not be allowed. Okay, and this one is very simple, right? So the correct answer is option B. Sonia supports but Mark disagrees with the idea. That's given clearly in the viewpoint of Mark and Sonia, right? So here is one tip that I would like to give is watch for emotional and judgmental words like good, bad, unnecessary, beneficial, or unfair. Those reveal the writer's true tone and viewpoint. Also, remember this section is not just about remembering facts, it's about interpreting attitudes and opinions. Okay? So that's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more self-help tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.